Just talking? Well, what's the show about? About nothing.
Anyways, so yeah, I mean, I took a break from social media.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I
We did
disappeared
notice that.
for a minute.
You didn't even let us know.
I didn't let nobody know.
Fill everybody in from when to when. When did you do this?
From mid-November to the new year.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
Was it that long, dude?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, like a month and a half, like maybe. Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe
that's
like
a good
2
one.
months because I barely like popped it back on like last week or something like that.
Yeah.
Was it
But-
all social media, or what did you?
I stayed on YouTube because
Okay.
you know, I mean, it's not like I communicate. I just watch videos there, but
Yeah.
no no Facebook, no Instagram, no Twitter, just like kind of just like
What like inspired you to do this?
I don't know, I felt like I needed a break for some reason. Like I felt like I think I realized at one point when me and Marissa were laying in bed and Marissa's the one that started it first. She's like, I'm just gonna get off for a minute. And I was like, all right, cool. And I noticed I was just like in bed looking at my phone, you know, the old
You're just scrolling without like a
Scrolling.
purpose.
Infinite scroll.
infinite scroll.
Scroller without a purpose.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then I remember
That's great.
looking up and I was still scrolling, just like I didn't even care.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow. And liking. Scrolling and liking. He's not even looking at the photos. He's just scrolling and liking.
It's just what is it? Muscle memory? Just scroll, double tap.
Yeah.
Scroll, double tap. It's like a cheat code.
It is funny because I will mention I do that only because I know I don't want to scroll past. Hear me out, man. I won't like everything, but I do want those people to be in my algorithm, you know? I don't want like the
Ah.
algorithm to cut them loose.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is photo shit or this is some other weird shit that I follow. So double tap. I don't even fucking care about the content. Just double tap to keep it in my feed,
Yeah.
you know?
You know what? There is something to that. Like just like how Ed was saying, like he realized like he was just scrolling without a purpose.
Yeah.
Like there is something to scroll and realize that okay, this is algorithm based.
Yeah.
Like, and so if you want more photography stuff in your feed, like, you know, you have to like it.
Yeah.
Or if you want to see more, you know, clothing companies or tattoo artists or, you know, whatever,
Yep.
you know, you got to like those things. So
Yeah.
there is something to that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you have to manicure it that way, you
Yeah.
know? And you'll get more out of it. And go on.
Oh yeah.
I don't want
So
to
yeah,
fucking take it all.
no, and I've never been like really stuck to social media, but like I felt like it was just like a piece that I really didn't need.
Yeah.
You know? was
Were you inspired after watching The Social Dilemma? Or is it?
No, it was more about
Okay.
Marissa.
Ah.
That inspired me more to do it.
Nice.
And I mean, I of course watched it before all that, maybe subconsciously, yeah, or whatever. But
May have got the ball rolling,
Yeah.
but
like, I just didn't need it, you know.
Mm.
yeah.
And I was like, and then I was looking through my like who I follow and whatever. It was just like a bunch of stupid shit, you know. Nothing
Yeah.
Stuff that doesn't mean much.
that mean much, and I was just like, yeah, it's funny stories, funny memes, but
Right.
whatever. And then because before that, like I already like stopped playing video games for a
Mm,
minute.
Nice.
It's maybe been like.
Oh, was that part of the cleanse too? With the
No, I
cutting
just
out?
I
Oh.
just kind of just like fell off, like, you know.
Ah, okay.
It just got boring. I got in this point like maybe October that I was like I'm not doing anything like, you know, creative, nothing like anything, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to
got
do
a funk?
something weird.
Yeah. A little funk slump or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And so I got off everything, like, you know, I quit the games a month earlier and then I got off the social media and then I was like, all right, I got like this time or whatever, spending with my family, you know. And like those minutes that I'm spending on Instagram or whatever, I could just be focusing on my family and then I did that. And then I also started writing way more music, you know,
Mm.
spend time
Nice.
like dedicating music. Cause then I would notice like Nevaeh, I got used to like looking at YouTube Kids, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I don't want her to be like that, like glued to it. I find nothing wrong with it, but like just being glued to it, no.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then I thought, I don't want her just seeing me playing video games, you know?
Right.
And I was like, fuck it. I bought her a little guitar and I want her to see me doing that. If I'm ever see me doing anything,
Right.
it's going to be creating something.
Mm.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
great.
And I was just like, dove deep into that, you know? And I felt like I came out of it. Like when I finally got out of it, it wasn't like some deep introspective journey I went through or whatever. I just turned it off.
You can go to the top of Tibet or anything like that.
Yes, it was. I just turned it off and forgot about it. And I literally forgot about it. Like I just was like too busy in life, and then too busy in music and doing that. And then it was crazy because like I didn't see you guys because we were on our break as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like I know we would like send each other like fucking memes and everything every day and some shit like that. So
That's how I realized. Like I was going to send you guys a meme one day, and I was like, Ed's icon isn't there. I was like, what the heck?
What
I
happened?
was like, wait a minute. And so that's
Dude,
when
we're in a
like,
group chat.
yeah, I know when you guys text me, it just felt like it felt cool being like I didn't need it. Like whatever. It was like because
Yeah.
at least we're still a generation where we grew up without
without
that
the
shit.
internet, yeah.
So it kind of felt like a little nostalgic not having it.
That's
It was
cool.
like I had to like, if I want to talk to Robert Ray, I'm gonna legit text him or call him. You know,
Yeah.
or go see you
Sick.
guys or whatever. Or with COVID, we really can't. But
Yeah.
We're trying to do that.
yeah. But I mean, if I could take anything out of it, it was nice to like take a break from the screen. You know, from that little screen. You know, like just
Yep.
from I don't know. It was weird. I can't even really explain it just because I know the benefits that came out of it. Now that I've activated, I just really don't even think about it that much anymore at all. It's like not even there. Like
Nice.
it's like whatever.
So now that you're like back on social media,
Mhm.
do you find yourself like on it less, or do
Oh,
you
way
find,
less. Like I don't even
Ah.
pay attention to it.
That's good.
Yeah.
are you a little more intentional? Like when you're like, oh, like you're gonna go on Instagram because you want to like actually see art or whatever you're looking
Exactly.
for. Like,
Yeah.
you're a little-
Yeah. I kind of take it back to the way I got introduced into Instagram was like my first follows and stuff like that was like creative arts. You know, like
Yep.
graphic design things or music things and stuff like that. So I kind of went back to that mode of it. Like I'm just only gonna. It's like Behance,
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Nice.
kind of like what
Yeah.
Behance used to be. You
Yeah.
know,
like an inspiration page.
Exactly,
You know?
yeah,
Like an
yeah,
inspiration
yeah,
blog.
and I went through the whole like when I got back, I just like cleansed everything. I deleted like a bunch of shit. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Nice.
that was all stupid shit. And then I just like, I think the only things I have on there are like music production and design,
Dope, dude.
and then like you guys.
Yeah.
Dude, that does remind me of like how Instagram was kind of sold to me when I first
Yeah.
got on. Was like, oh, it's a page for like creatives or artists. Like
Yep.
you can see photography, you can see art, you can see
Mhm.
what people are doing, that
Yep.
type of thing.
Yeah,
And hear you talking about it that way, like kind of feel a little nostalgic. That kind of brought me back to that idea.
yeah, because
Yeah.
that's how I remember it. It was like that, and then it just turned into, technology evolves and turns into this other thing.
It's so weird that we ended up where we are because most of us as users were technically not users. We are the followers on there,
Mhm.
None of us are posting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I would consider the users the ones that are posting,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
because they're using the app. We fucking log into the app, but we're just scrolling, We're the sheep of this situation,
yes, you're right.
And it's so funny because we're so creative ourselves, but we're also so self-conscious at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I'll gear up a post and I have a couple drafts that I never posted. And it's
Yeah.
like it's that age-old thing for creatives where it's like, it's not finished or it's not good enough to show
Yeah.
everybody. And we were just talking about this
Yeah.
like with music too, but it applies to a lot of different, avenues of creativity in our lives. And that's one of them, man. It's so hard for me to just buckle down and be a consistent content creator. And I find myself just doing the follow too. But man, it feels like such a sheep thing to do,
Yeah.
Just to be scrolling, not to be like an actual participant. in it.
Yeah.
You're right. Like especially when you consider yourself a creative person, and then you're not like participating in like an app that's created to display creativity.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. And I don't know if it's because of what point it's gotten to now, because now we know like the idea of this like, fake life and a popularity, it's like a
Mhm.
popularity contest, They're now battling with that, and it's no longer what you just said, which is we came into Instagram thinking it was a place where we can post our best work or our best photo or the best of anything and
Yeah.
display that for inspirational purposes,
Mm.
to make someone
Yeah.
else feel like inspired or to have some sort of, creative take from it.
Mhm.
Whether like the color, scheme or
Whatever,
whatever. Yeah.
To share your work.
And I think that when I came back, I said to myself, that's all I'm gonna really use it for. If anything, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
show the music I'm making or whatever I'm
Nice.
working on, stuff like that. You know?
I think you're right. Like it's taking on a whole new, I don't know, like identity for like the different generation.
Yeah.
Like, you're
Yeah.
right. Like you want to kind of take it back to the roots of it, like of using it for showing your creative passions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you're right. Like I'm just like when I think about posting, I'm like something is like I feel a little like narcissistic, like like
Mhm.
why am I gonna post? Like I'm gonna post this because like who's gonna watch it or who's
Yeah.
gonna listen? Like that kind of creeps in, and that's the self-conscious part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is always that. I kind of like, I don't know, maybe separating from that and then coming back into it. I kind of lost that too, that part of it.
That's great.
Like, whatever, I'm just gonna fucking, if I'm writing something that sounds like shit, whatever, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
care.
The feck
Yeah.
perfection, dude.
There
That's
you
what
go,
that's
yeah.
about, man.
Exactly, yeah. Thank you for that book, Ram.
Yeah, that's what that's
maybe
about,
that's part of it
dude.
too. But yeah, it was cool. I mean, I think everybody kind of needs a break from that shit every
Yeah.
now and then.
Yeah.
It's cool just to like, I mean, because I know for us, we're not like super overtaken by something like that,
True.
It's kind of just like whatever. We're still living our lives and our stuff like that.
Yeah.
But even that, like that separation from it, like it's cool knowing like I could back out. If I
Yeah.
want
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's great, man. You showed
to. And jump in on my own terms.
a lot of like
Willpower.
willpower. That's a great word.
Check out full episodes of the Strange Noise podcast on Spotify. Episodes also available on your favorite podcast platform.